Going to be your master of ceremonies for this special event today. It's okay, you can laugh at that. You may have seen me around at your games over the past 4 years, sitting at the scorer's table with a mic in my hand. I haven't dressed up like this for any of your games, okay? In fairness, you look a lot different today too, but you look great. I've really enjoyed being involved with announcing starting lineups, senior days, and certainly getting pumped up over the sound system for countless Colby goals and baskets, because I really love your Colby Mules. We'd like to welcome parents, family, and friends who might be streaming today's event from home through Northeast Sports Network, our partners in live streaming. We'd like to thank them. Looking across your careers on Mayflower Hill, it is truly amazing what this group has accomplished together. This afternoon, we are thrilled to celebrate 141 senior student athletes. We have 9 awards to present, and although that means only 9 winners, the impact and legacy left by each and every one of you is impressive, to say the least. This group has had 33 All-NESCAC award winners, 4 NESCAC Rookies of the Year. You've had NESCAC champions and All-Americans. This class has seen NCAA championship qualifiers in alpine skiing, cross country, men's basketball, Nordic skiing, swimming and diving, tennis, track and field, women's ice hockey, and women's lacrosse. All of you were fantastic teammates and make us so proud to be Colby Mules. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Before we get to the awards portion, I want to point out that the C Club has prepared special gifts for you. Colby C Club blankets that you can pick up at the end of this afternoon's program, and I believe those are out in the lobby. Correct, Dan? Yes, those are out in the lobby, so please, please make sure you get those before you go today. You ready to get this show underway? All right. To get us rolling, I would like to bring to the stage our keynote speaker, Mr. Mike Weisskopf, Vice President and Harold Alfond Director of Athletics. Mike?
All right. Well, first, let's just give a big round of applause to Sean. Thanks for being here. I also want to make sure, before we get started with the programming, that we recognize the team that put all this together. What we're going for, I think we got a discount on the 1990s Under the Sea prom motif, and I think it's working. Most of you weren't born in the 90s, I just realized, so watch a movie, you'll get it. But real team effort. This takes a large part of the year to put together all the nominations, make sure that we process them, to make sure we look through them. And this group of nominees was just fantastic. It was so difficult to make a determination on who was most deserving. And so just to point out, Danny, Casey, Adrian, Nikki, Pat, and Adam for the setup, the processing, all the stuff that goes into. So just a round of applause to the team. So can you actually believe you made it? A couple years ago during COVID, who would have known where we were going to be or what we were going to be doing? But I think probably some of you don't even believe, or your parents believe, that you actually are going to be walking on Sunday. But I tell you, this class, whether you know it or not, was my first class. So some of you came here in 2018. That's when I joined Colby. Some came here in 2019 when I started in this job. And so in many ways, you're my first experience of what Colby Athletics is all about. And I tell you, I couldn't be more proud to have watched you grow and develop into just tremendous young men and women. Just your character, your commitment is just, it was continually a source of inspiration for me that leaving the military, I wasn't really sure I would be able to find. And you really have proven to me just what it means to be a student athlete and what it means to be a Colby Mule. And I appreciate you letting me join your group and being a part of this team. I know it's a bittersweet moment So I'm hoping that you're enjoying the week. Apparently, some of your classmates, whether you know it or not, are enjoying it quite a bit because they decided they were going to cut the president's parking sign off as a memento. Seriously? Like, I see a few people looking at their shoes, so I'm not going to. The point there, which I think is actually funny, is it's a metal pole. Like, it's not like a piece of wood that they could just chop off. It took like a serious amount of commitment to get that done. That wasn't something that they walked up and took away, which doesn't surprise me actually about this class. Well, not vandalism. That's to say, please don't ruin anything before you leave. It costs a lot of money. But more like the point is your perseverance. It really is, I think, for me personally, when I reflect on your class, that is a defining attribute, is your perseverance. Just think of everything that you've overcome in the last 4 or 5 years. Personal, what's happening nationally. We went through a lot. You went through a lot. And you were at a very kind of formative point in your lives where you were dealing with it in different ways than maybe some of us, on the staff were having to deal with it. Not all of your classmates and teammates are here right now. Some of them didn't stick to it or didn't finish it out. And so you really should be proud of that quality of perseverance, which is quite an understated character that we don't talk about very often, but really is a major part of what will be your success in life. Nationally, we saw the great resignation. Millions of people quit during the hard days of COVID, but you didn't. You're here today. You finished what you started. You followed through on your commitment to not only finishing your degree, but to your teammates and finishing your athletic career and being able to be here and be recognized in this way. So, you really give yourself a big round of applause. Congratulations to what you've accomplished so far. So, more than that, I would like to say that you didn't just make it through, you excelled. And I could go through a number of different metrics and all these different sports, but I do want to keep us on track. So just got a couple highlights. Like, you literally came out of COVID at a sprint. And for a lot of our programs, you smacked some of our competitors right in the face, and they were not ready for you when you came out of COVID. And it was a blast to see. I mean, people were changing their rosters, their rotations. People stopped playing us because we were becoming so competitive that they didn't even want us on their schedule anymore because they couldn't balance out their schedule. It's just to see those kind of things, to see the challenges our coaches are going through, it really speaks volumes of just the quality of who you are. Because really, when you came here to Colby, we had only won 149 games during the year total. And this year we won 195. So 50 more victories this year from your class, from when you started to when you came here. Also, the national rankings, when you arrived, we were ranked 102nd in the nation. Right now, we're 46th in the nation. And that's because of you guys, our coaching staff. Really, you put it out there on the field and made this happen. This change, that's significant. Like, there's a lot of programs that came out of COVID weaker and took a little bit more time, and you didn't. You came out stronger. And that just speaks volumes to your character, because that wasn't easy. I'll get to that point at the very end. But I want to also recognize 2 individuals that you already know about, but they're our teammates, and we've got to call them out again here. And those are Maggie Blake, who's going to be the Condon Medal winner. So congratulations, Maggie. And it's amazing. It's the only one that gets awarded at commencement, and it really speaks to who you are, your citizenship, your teammate. And that's also, interestingly, I think I have this right, this is the 4th Condon Medal winner in cross country under Coach Bears. So since you've been here, well done, Coach. Yeah. And the other one that you learned about this morning at the brunch, if you were at the brunch, was that Matt Roca is our co-valedictorian. I know that's not exactly what you call it, but basically He tied for the best rank in the class in terms of academics, which is really unique. I mean, they went down to decimal points to figure it out, and they came out still equal. So congratulations, Matt. I mean, that's a remarkable accomplishment. And the best part about that is if you try really hard and you get to the very top and you're like the best academic in class, you get rewarded by having to give a speech at baccalaureate. So, yeah. Well done, Matt. You get extra work now. There's a couple points I just want to leave with before we get into the awards, just for you to take away. You're going to get a lot of advice. You're going to hear all these different speakers. So, probably 10% of it will stick, and hopefully some of this will stick for you. But I just want you to remember and really reflect that nothing you achieved here, none of your successes on the field or in the classroom happened by accident. It's true success really actually never does. Sometimes you can accidentally be successful, but usually those are fairly surface level. Like to be able to commit to something for 4 years, to stick to it, especially during a national pandemic, and to be successful on the back end of it is pretty remarkable. What we learn here in athletics, things like a drive for excellence, how to win and how to lose, how to put the team before self and to be a good teammate to others, to persevere even when things aren't going well. These things transfer to larger parts of our lives. And I think you know that, but it really, for all of us that are long gone since our college athletics careers, these are things that we continually rely on in every part of our lives. Being a good teammate transitions into being a good citizen. Wins and losses from a scoreboard transfers into impacts and differences you make in your personal and professional lives. And even, like an epic event like COVID, which I hope we never do, your ability to persevere will actually get you through that. And when it's all said and done, your ability to persevere will actually be the defining characteristic in your life. And the reality that I continue to come back to is that the only real goal in life is to have an excellent life. Whatever that is for you, however you define that, that is the goal. And these character traits that you develop in your teams and on the field and in college actually make a big difference into your ability to accomplish that. So I know that, that may stick for some, maybe others, but just wanted to share one nugget. The other thing that I want to share that is truly unique to your class is the idea of carpe diem. Just seize the day. It's used all over the place, but honestly, your generation going through COVID, you are fully aware of what you lost. Not every age group really was aware of what they lost, but you did. At a moment's notice, your season ended and you were sent home. And if you can take one thing away from that and just realize that you can't take anything for granted in anything you do for the rest of your lives, and you live every moment like it might be the last moment, the world is just going to open right up for you, and you're going to have an amazing, amazing life. You have to embrace this, though. I look back on how I grew up, and I expected things. Like, things just happened. Sports just happened. You had a routineness to things. But only a few times in the last 100 years has something so significant, whether it's the Great Depression, World War II, 9/11, have such an effect on, not being able to take something for granted. And your generation, you saw that acutely. Think, if you lived that way and embraced that philosophy as leaders of industry, as activists, as parents and spouses, like the way that you show that, I think will make a measurable change into what our country looks like going forward and the type of country we become. So, I want you to just take a moment. You were in an exceptional situation, and you need to really reflect and embrace on what you learned and how you grew up in that process and how that's going to make a difference as you go forward. So, with that, we'll start to get into the actual program. I can only imagine, what the rest of the day, please, I'll say it again later, make good choices. We want to see all of you walk in on Sunday morning and get your diploma, but have fun, enjoy yourself, and like David said, we should not have any bad weather. We should be outside for it. So thank you. Over to you, Sean.
Thank you, Mike. We are truly, truly fortunate to have this man at the helm of Colby Athletics. At this time, to announce the Phi Beta Kappa recipients and the Norman White Award, please welcome Mr. Pat Ratke, Associate Director of Athletics for Facilities and Operations.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Phi Beta Kappa is the nation's oldest and most respected undergraduate honor society. Senior honorees this afternoon, have been inducted into Phi Beta Kappa, having participated in varsity athletics for at least 3 years. When I read your names, please come up to be recognized. First up, Margaret Blake from the women's cross country and track and field teams. Aiden Duncanson from the men's cross country and track and field teams. Aiden not here. Matthew Roca from the men's lacrosse team. Francis Treadwell from the women's squash team. No? Yeah. There you go. All right. I am pleased to present the Norman White Award. The award is given annually to a senior male athlete who has demonstrated exceptional inspirational leadership. Our finalists are
Javon Williams, football. Javon Williams is an incredibly high achiever in the classroom, on the football field, and in and around this campus and community. He is by far the most involved Colby student athlete I've been around during my career. He's passionate not only about the school and our program, but what he can do to provide service to our campus and his fellow students. McQuillan Martinez, crew.
McQuillan's gift to our team has been his ability to live our team's core values of honesty, respect, accountability, hard work, and humility, day in and day out, season after season, and year after year. His consistency and maturity have given the team an anchor to windward through the ups and downs that come to all teams, and has helped propel the men's team to some of its best results of the past few years.
Luke DeLoya, football. Luke is without a doubt the most inspirational student athlete on our team, both in the classroom and on the football field. Really did a tremendous job here in both areas. He's as talented and tough as a football player that you'll find in our game. And an interesting note here is Luke was recognized by our staff as Colby's Defensive Player of the Year, despite the fact that we had 2 first-team and 1 second-team selections.
And the winner is Javon Williams from football.
To introduce the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn Award, please welcome Nikki Veyu, Associate Director of Athletics for Business Operations and DEI Coordinator.
Hey everyone. I'm here to present the Pamela Hoyt Sanborn Award. This award is given to a female student athlete who demonstrates exceptional inspirational leadership. The finalists this year are
Sophie Webb, basketball, soccer.
We all loved having Sophie join our program this past season. Her competitive spirit, work ethic, positive team energy, and leadership are so inspiring. Our team really relied on her both on and off of the field. She loves challenges and always delivers. Our program was so lucky to have her.
Started as a walk-on and graduated as a senior captain due to her unrelenting work ethic and discipline.
Kaylee O'Neill, lacrosse.
Kaylee O'Neill has been an inspirational leader at Colby College these past 4 years, and even with all her health issues, she was always taking care of others. In her senior year, with her heart being monitored by doctors, Kaylee passed her fitness test after multiple attempts and proved herself and others that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. What truly separates Kaylee, though, is her constant support of other people no matter what she is going through personally. She was able to help others individually while raising awareness of social and mental health issues.
McKinley Carpa, ice hockey.
McKinley is a fifth-year senior who played in 82 games, scoring 30 goals and 32 assists for 62 points. However, McKinley's impact on our program has been felt far beyond the ice. McKinley is deaf and wears a cochlear implant to hear, and she also reads lips. McKinley is so talented and makes all of us better on a daily basis. To say she inspires us is an understatement. To her, she's no different than anyone else in the locker room. Thanks for bringing out the best in all of us just by being you, Mac.
And this year's winner is McKinley Carpa. Congratulations.
To introduce the Donald P. Lake Award, please welcome Colby icon, Mr. Tim Weston, Director of Sports Medicine.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm pleased to present the Donald P. Lake Award. This award is given annually to a senior male athlete who has excelled in the following three areas: academics, leadership, and athletic achievements. Our finalists are
Charlie Furlong, baseball.
Charlie Furlong's leadership stood out time and time again. He led us in the classroom. He led us with his work ethic. He led us in mentoring younger players throughout his entire career. He was a staple in our infield, making plays right and left, and always seemed to come up with the big hit.
Jan Vanger, tennis.
Jan has been such an incredible leader for our program since he got to Colby. He sets the tone for the team and everything we do. He brings great professionalism to the team as a huge reason why the team is so close and united. Jan has had some incredible accomplishments, including making NCAAs in singles, but I am most proud of the leader and great teammate he has been.
Matt Hirsch, football.
Matty Hirsch is without a doubt the unquestioned leader of our 2022 football team. A four-year starter, he played 34 games in his career. And earned NESCAC Rookie of the Year honors as a first-year student and NESCAC Sportsmanship Award as a senior. Without a doubt, he's the most resilient and tough quarterback I've ever coached.
And your winner is Matt Hirsch.
And Matt, just for the record, I want you to know the stash was working. It was working. Okay. To introduce the Marjorie D. Beither Award, please welcome Casey Runksmeyer, Deputy Athletic Director and SWA.
It is my pleasure to present the Marjorie D. Beither Award. This award was given annually to the senior female athlete who has excelled in the following 3 areas: academics, leadership, and athletic achievements. The finalists are
Tori Richards, crew.
Tori has been the physiological benchmark for Colby Women's Crew for the past 3 years. She is an All-American, All-NESCAC, and top 8 all-time on the ergometer, and probably the most durable athlete we've had, never missing a practice due to illness or injury in her 4 years. She is an athletically and emotionally mature athlete who has handled the pressure and expectations with uncommon grace and ease.
Ann Tolan, swimming and diving.
A 2-year captain and 2-year MVP of women's swimming. Ann is an NCAA All-American, All-NESCAC honoree, and holds 7 school records. A sociology major and economics minor, Ann is a 3-time academic All-NESCAC selection, a 2-time CSCAA Scholar Academic All-American, and earned College Sports Communications D3L District Team honors. She is a mentor in the Women in Finance Committee, a student outreach coordinator focused on student wellness, and a member of Colby Dancers.
Caroline Bedrosian, crew.
Carol has been the glue that has held Colby Women's Crew together over the challenging last few years. Her passion for her teammates, her desire to move the team forward, and her capacity for hard work have set a standard for all who come after her. A 2-year captain who is also deeply involved with the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, her commitment to Colby athletics impacted virtually every athlete on campus.
And the winner is Ann Tolan.
To introduce the Patty Valvanis Award, please welcome a gentleman who has watched more Colby sporting events than anyone I know of. Professor Sandy Maisel, the Goldfarb Family Distinguished Professor of American Government and FAR.
You want to do it now? The videos are in order, so we can't hear you. Rejected.
No, that's not you, Sandy. That is 100% on me. We skipped ahead here because I forgot to mark things off. That's what happens. Sorry. To deliver a special message from the C Club and to present the Warren J. Finnegan Award, I'd like to welcome to the stage Bob Capola, Associate Director of Athletics for Fundraising and Development.
Got excited. I thought I got skipped. I was like, oh, great, my tough job's over. Well, I do, you'll hear many folks welcome you to the alumni community over the next couple of days, but the C Club wants to send a special welcome. The C Club is a group of alumni, parents, and friends who behind the scenes have supported Colby Athletics for over 100 years. We do this through multiple events, get-togethers, and obviously fundraising to support your teams with the enhancements you need to succeed on and off the fields. As part of the C Club, it's a great chance to remain engaged with your teams as alumni, and that's by attending events, supporting your teams from afar as you go off into the world and do great things that we know you will do. And so I hope as you graduate and become alumni that you'll become those behind-the-scenes people who support the next generation of Colby athletes. And with that, I'd like to present the Warren J. Finnegan Award. The award is given annually to a male or female student athlete for significant behind-the-scenes contributions to the success of Colby Athletics. Our finalists are
Maddie Perfetti, field hockey.
Perfetti is not only an extraordinary field hockey player, but also an invaluable asset to our college campus and our athletic community. Perfetti demonstrates exceptional leadership qualities and a strong sense of responsibility. She actively participates in various campus organizations, taking on leadership roles and organizing events that foster inclusivity and bring students together. Her passion for making a positive impact is evident in her efforts to create a vibrant campus community. We are fortunate to have her as a member of our field hockey team, and her presence enriches the lives of those who are around her.
Carrie Verbeek, soccer.
Carrie is an extraordinary human being and teammate. She is constantly looking for ways to help others and to make the world a better place. It is clear that that is her special purpose when you look at all the initiatives that she spearheaded at Colby and in the community. She wants to make a positive difference, and she accomplished that both on and off the field with impeccable integrity, and I'm certain she will continue to do that throughout her life. She has truly left a long-lasting legacy on the Colby women's soccer program.
Tate Senden, ice hockey.
Tate's behind-the-scenes impact has been felt within our program throughout her 4 years, and I know it's been felt by the entire athletic department as she's had a hand in just about every aspect of Colby athletics this year. On the ice, Tate is a determined and ferocious competitor who displayed tremendous perseverance throughout her hockey career. In 50 games, she scored 16 goals, 5 on the power play and 5 that went for game winners. Tate is a geology major with double minors in physics and data science.
And the winner is Tate Senden.
To introduce the Richard L. Whitmore Jr. Award, I'd like to bring up Mark Surgenian. Mark was Colby class of 1973, served as Associate Dean of Students for the college, as well as Colby's head men's soccer coach from 1976 to 2013, and the soccer pitch was recently named in his honor. Please join me in welcoming back to Mayflower Hill, Mr. Mark Surgenian.
I'm honored to present the Richard L. Whitmore Jr. Award. The award is given to a senior male athlete who's excelled in the following 3 areas: athletic achievement, service to the college, and academics. We got a little extra time because some people are really short, but we have been told that time is a concern and brevity is key, but you should know that I'm the guy who used to time the speakers when the coaches got to present these, and I used to make extremely mature gestures and noises toward anyone who was extremely long-winded. The record for a 4-minute talk by a coach was 23 minutes, so just saying. So despite the many pleas for me to go on and on about how I lived in the Mary Lowe Annex my freshman year, how first years couldn't play varsity back in the day, how we had Saturday morning classes, and other unparalleled joys, I will not be telling any of those wonderful stories today. But do know this: any award named for our dear friend Dick Whitmore is both a great tribute and a powerful recognition. Whit was a bit of a character, but when we consolidate that, he was a brilliant and innovative coaching mind, an inspirational motivator in many ways, a leader in creating team culture, and a mentor to us all. And now we're supposed to meet the finalists.
Noah Tyson, basketball.
Noah's play on the court was inspirational, with an unmatched competitive ferocity that lifted his teammates and our program to 2 NESCAC championship games and 1 NCAA tournament over his 4-year career. His lead by example nature in his early years grew into a more impactful voice that brought our program to heights unseen in decades. His leadership extended beyond the court, with his service projects centered on the local community, and will be felt for years to come.
Jackson Rocket, swimming and diving.
A 2-year captain, Jackson holds the second fastest times in Colby history in the 50 and 100 fly, and was a multi-year NESCAC finalist. A double major in history and government, Jackson is a 3-time academic all-NESCAC honoree and has been on the Colby Dean's List multiple times. He is the president of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee and representing the student athletes on the college's Athletic Advisory Committee. He was honored with the swimming team's prestigious Schultz Award as a team member who was given the most to enhance swimming team during their tenure.
Lowell Carr, football.
Lowell's got a great attitude. He's a high-effort kid, and he's one of the most disciplined young men in our program. He dedicated himself every day to be the best student athlete he could be. Without a doubt, he's the most improved player that we've coached here over the 4 years I've been the head coach. And he ended up being a second-team all-NESCAC kicker and punter his senior year.
And the winner is Jackson Rocket.
Appreciate it.
Now that we have appropriately built the drama, I'd like to call Mr. Sandy Maisel back to the podium.
Thank you very much, John, and it's a pleasure to be here to give out the Patty Valavanis Award. Coach Serge, I will not go on at the length that you suggested others have, but I do remember when you were playing in the goal for Colby back in 1972, so I've been here that long and seen an awful lot of games. Patty Valavanis was the first great women's scholar athlete of the pre-Title IX era at Colby. The picture on the cover of your program showing number 22 going up is Patty Valavanis. She was the first woman to have her number retired as a Colby women basketball player. She threw 2 no-hitters as a softball player. But more than that, she was a campus leader in everything that she did. And in 1981, the department and the college decided to name an award in her honor for somebody given when deserved to a student athlete who showed the same qualities of athletic leadership, scholarship, and leadership that Patty has shown. And the finalists for the award are
Elizabeth Hennessy, lacrosse.
Elizabeth Hennessy has proven not only to be a great player, earning all NESCAC honors in the last 2 seasons, but has proven herself in the classroom, making her a highly qualified candidate for medical school. She has also been selected as a leader of the Colby women's lacrosse team, which is currently ranked 12th in the nation. Her commitment to excellence shows in everything that she does, and the influence she has on her teammates to compete at the highest level is second to none.
Cassie Lee Blind, alpine skiing.
Cassie's unique ability to lead by example through academic achievement, tireless work ethic, and deep relationship building, is world-class and leaves quite the legacy. On top of this, she demonstrated a level of performance in the NCAA Division I ranks that is rarely achieved here at Colby. We are so proud of the career she's had as a Colby Mule and look forward to see what she achieves in the future.
Amanda Cabral, softball.
Amanda is the type of athlete every coach strives to have on their team. Her personality is friendly, open and outgoing, but also focused and task-oriented. She understands the meaning of setting measurable goals that push her to be better in every area and is able to see the bigger picture and embody our team-first mentality. Amanda demonstrates a strong commitment for excellence, has impeccable character, and has been our offensive leader for the past 4 years. She has embodied confidence and has inspired her future teammates.
I'm very pleased not to be able to give the award today. Elizabeth Hennessy is in Vermont with the women's lacrosse team, and I hope she's there watching today and that she scores goals tomorrow and on Sunday as the women's lacrosse team proceeds to win the NCAA tournament.
Thank you, Sandy. To deliver a special message from the Student Athlete Advisory Council, please welcome SAC co-presidents Jackson Rocket and Carrie Verbeek.
First and foremost, Carrie and I are tremendously honored to be speaking at this award ceremony. Before we begin, we wanted to take a moment to thank all of the coaches, administrators, liaisons, athletic trainers, and staff who have helped organize this event, as well as for the unwavering support that you've shown us for the past 4 years. We couldn't have done it without you, and we are beyond grateful for all that you've done for us. Being in the company of such incredible student athletes, both in this auditorium and over the past 4 years, has been nothing short of incredibly inspiring and exciting. This past year, we have loved getting to engage with other student athletes and the athletics department broadly in our work as SAC presidents. Seeing the successes we have had this season, whether it be program best performances from the women's softball team and men's swimming and diving, conference citations to the all NESCAC, all academic, and all sportsmanship teams, or national qualifying performances, we are absolutely stunned at what has been accomplished and what seems to be on the horizon.
We also want to extend our congratulations to all graduating student athletes. We know how much time, effort, and energy you have put into your respective sports, cultivating strong cultures and leaving indelible impacts on the programs you participated in. Likewise, we also recognize how impressive and engaged you all have been beyond the competition fields, in the classroom, in your involvement in campus extracurriculars, and in the broader Colby community as people. Although these last 4 years have certainly not been the easiest, you all have shown tremendous perseverance, as Mike said earlier, guiding your teams to victory time and time again despite the obstacles. Colby is a better place because of your contributions to athletics and beyond, and we can't wait to celebrate with you all the next few days as we conclude our time on the hilltop. Go Mules. Go Mules.
To introduce the Mule Impact Award, please welcome back to the stage Vice President and Harold Alfond Director of Athletics, Mike Weisskopf.
Sorry, you get to hear from me 3 times today, and then probably never again. Sorry, I don't mean to be that way. The Impact Award every year is something that we started in 2017 to recognize a member of the faculty or staff that's contributed significantly and supported Colby athletics. We've been able to recognize individuals from our facility staff, our custodial staff, teaching faculty, administrators across campus, staff within our department. And this year, I'm proud to announce that our awardee comes from our admissions team. Jamie Brewster, class of 2000. Because most people, there you go. Most people probably have never seen him or don't know, but I can guarantee you he is at every single game at home, and I even see him at Bodum and Bates and other places. He comes to every single game. And the only difference, he may actually have more games under his belt than you, Sandy. Even though you've got 50 years here and he's only got 25, he is at every single game. While at Colby, class of 2000, he was a 3-time NCAA national champion, 4-time All-American in track and field. He was featured in Sports Illustrated. He's currently a senior associate director in the admissions department. Dave Casano, our current track and field head coach, acknowledges the lasting impression that Jamie left on the program, more specifically, how that impacts his team today. And I quote, "There are very few individuals who win national titles, let alone 3. Jamie's historical career is one of excellence and dominance. The incredible imprint of Jamie's career on our program is timelessly everlasting." So most of you don't know him, but when you do, I hope that when you come back for home games, you'll find him. He's usually off to the side, on the stairwell, at the top of the bleachers, in the corner. He's watching every play. He cheers for you and your victories. He grieves with you and your losses. He sits in admissions and he sees every one of your applications before you're even accepted here, and he watches you all 4 years. He is about as proud of a Colby mule and supporter than any of us could ever live up to. And unfortunately, we're not able to celebrate him in person. He's not able to join us, but I'm honored to call him a teammate, and I couldn't be prouder to be able to recognize him and what he does for Colby Athletics behind the scenes every year. So thank you to Jamie.
To introduce the Bill Millett Awards, please welcome a former Millett Award winner himself, Danny Noyes, class of 02, and Associate Director of Athletics for Communications. Danny was also a member of the 2000 NESCAC Championship football team.
All right, you're almost done. We have 2 awards left. Both of them are the Millett. The Bill Millett Award is given annually to the senior female athlete who over 4 years has contributed the most to Colby Athletics. For the Women's Award, the finalists.
Bree Michaud Nolan, ice hockey.
As a defenseman, Bree played in 68 games for the Mules and scored 10 goals and had 33 assists. Throughout her 4 years on the team, she led our team in scoring among defensemen each season and has been at the top of the NESCAC in defensive scoring as well. She's twice been named second team All-NESCAC and was also named to the New England Hockey Writers All-Star team this year as well. Bree will graduate as a biology major with a focus in neuroscience.
Gianna Bruno, lacrosse.
Gianna Bruno, a 3-time All-Conference player and a 3-time All-American, has broken every assist record at Colby College. In 1 game, she assisted 9 goals. In 1 season, she accumulated 54 goals and broke the all-time assist record with 124 assists so far. What is even more impressive is that she did this in 2 full seasons and 2 seasons with a third of the games that she normally would have played due to COVID.
Ann Tolan, swimming and diving.
A 2-year captain of women's swimming, Ann represented Colby at the NCAA National Championships in every competition year of her Colby career. She is an All-American in the 50 free and has earned all NESCAC honors. Ann is the Colby school record holder in the 50 free, 100 free, 100 IM, and is a member of 4 relays. She is a 2-time team MVP and was awarded the swimming team's prestigious Schultz Award for her senior year as a team member who was given the most to enhance the swimming team during her tenure.
Annie Eddy, lacrosse.
Annie Eddy has been a force since arriving at Colby. She is a 3-time All-NESCAC player, a 3-time All-American, and has led our team in scoring the last 2 years. She has scored 142 goals so far, and due to COVID, had 2 seasons with 6 or fewer games. As a leader, she encourages everyone, shares her love of the game, and has so much fun competing at the highest level with her teammates.
The winner is Gianna Bruno. So as Sandy already illustrated, women's lacrosse is over in Vermont. They're playing the College of New Jersey tomorrow in a big match, and the winner of that game faces Middlebury or Trinity. So good luck to you ladies. Hopefully you're watching, and hopefully all of you get a second to check in on them and wish them luck while they're there. So next, before I get to the men's award, I wanted to thank Adam for putting these videos together. I think it's a nice touch for this event. So Adam, well done. Good job with that. And also, Coach Serginian, fantastic to see you and to have you part of this. You're very clever. All right, the men's award, the finalists.
Will King, basketball.
From NESCAC Rookie of the Year to First Team All-Conference and Second Team All-District, Will has simply been one of the best lead guards in the country. His elite vision to make those around him better and ability to attack the rim were integral factors in leading our program to 2 NESCAC championship games and 1 NCAA tournament over his 4-year career.
Jack Pletter, baseball.
Jack Pletter is one of the most dominant pitchers in Colby history. He leads Colby in strikeouts and will for a very long time with over 100 strikeouts in his career. Jack gave us a chance to win every single time he was on the mound.
Tyler Morris, cross country, track and field.
It's easy to say that Tyler is the best male distance runner I've ever coached. I mean, he literally has course records and school records. He's also the only man to ever get All-American in every opportunity. Even though his career was shortened by a COVID season, he went 3 for 3. But probably the most impressive thing about Tyler is the way he earned those, because nobody's ever worked that hard. I mean, you're talking about a guy who literally ran for 10 hours every week.
Noah Tyson, basketball.
One of the smartest and toughest players I've coached, Noah's impact was felt from day one as he earned NESCAC Rookie of the Year. His storied career saw his team accumulate a 73-32 record, the most over a 4-year period since the graduating class of 1997. He finishes 18th on our all-time scoring list with 1,240 points, second in career-made threes with 251, amassed 721 rebounds, all while being one of the best defenders in the country.
The winner is Tyler Morris.
I hope that you have found this to be a special day. I am very, very thankful that I was not on any of the committees to pick these awards, because I look at the quality of the finalists who are up for those awards, and I simply don't know how you choose. Remarkable job to all of you. Congratulations to everyone, and a special congratulations and thanks to all the coaches. Let's have a round of applause, please, for the coaches. I'm not sure how many of you recognize how fortunate you are to be here. This is one of the top institutions in the country, and there's an old saying, to whom much is given, much is required. And I would ask you just to ponder that for a moment before you leave here, because what you have been given is incredibly special. Don't lose those opportunities. As Mike said before, your perseverance has been remarkable here. And it's always a treat to see what you go on and do once you leave here. But it has been a distinct privilege and honor for me to watch you and to just see the treasure trove of memories that you have created for all of us in this room. To conclude, I'd just like to thank Colby College for this day and everything that it has encompassed. A ton of work goes into this, and just a huge, huge round of applause for everyone involved. Thank you. To send us off, I would like to ask you to join outside in the lobby Mike Weisskopf for a special champagne toast. So as you leave here today, please remember, pick up your blankets outside from the C Club. Before you go out, if we could have all of the winners come to the stage who received awards today for a group photo, please. And once again, thank you all very much.